Look at this beautiful mess. Now this, I gotta fix today. So, it's episode 3 of my very organized, satisfactory world, clean recording, and coherent script. And yeah, this will be like a half build, half clean, half automation episode. Nothing too exciting. We left off here with the coal production being made, my first little baby steps towards infinite energy, and I have a lot of capacity to basically rebuild my entire basic production on an actual grid. I'm just gonna have to collect a bunch of resources so I can build actual platforms. And maybe, actually, I could build towards my spawn. So I'm actually starting to build like kind of like a network, right? I am talking to myself. Why am I asking? I should probably do that anyways. Mesas have these like elevated levels where if I could find the perfect level, I could stay on one of the mesas and run my entire like networks above the ground, away from the foliage, so I don't sin. So I'm thinking of building a construction that kind of resembles a coliseum. And yeah, build one on top, build one pillar and one on top, so the sandwich layers are going to be uneven, but that shouldn't matter because these measurements or this kind of like elevation is only going to be for the skeleton of like the networks. It's not going to be the foundation level for many factories, because when it comes to factory foundation levels and like second floors, this might be an issue and might not be an issue because I'm not sure. What I'm sure about is I want to do this. Just a bunch of like railings and ladders and a bunch of connections running through, because I'm not sure where I'm going to connect everything. I just know that I cannot close it off for now. Loadout 2. Okay, here we go. So now I do 1 and now I do 2. Right, number 2. I go number 2 on this concrete. Don't take that out of context. Okay, I'm very high up now. I'm gonna zoom outwards and see what I can explore here. Yeah, so this seems kind of level. Kind of not, but kind of yes. Okay, so what was I hearing up here this entire time? I thought I was hallucinating because I was going insane. But actually, an actual beast lives up in these hills. You're like a little mountain goat. If there was one. Hey, that's useful. That's kind of not, but hey, that's useful. What else? Oh, hey, full handle. Okay, that was easy. So that's our first hard drive. I was about to say data capsule.
Data on the hard drive has been salvaged and can be repurposed to unlock an alternate recipe.
Data.
Salvaging more hard.
So Ada says data. How do you guys say data or data? Or data or data? 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 Fight in the comments, please. I need some activity. Please. I have nothing better to do. These drones are run by the Unreal Engine. That's why probably they crashed. Oh, look at that little Jenga tower I built there. Oh, it looks ridiculous. I'll make it work though. I go through here. I kind of had to bridge over there. And at what level am I going to build my factory at? Why am I hearing so much hissing? It's like there's monsters all around me. Or I mean, animals, of course. Alien creatures, the fauna. Not monsters, right? I'm the monster here. I forget my place in this world. What the fuck? Someone farted up on a hill. I know what I have to do. I don't think I have the strength to do it. I need to go up another, maybe 2 levels to reach that place up there. I'm gonna need a way to reach up there. It's probably gonna have to be connected to from over here. Okay. Doesn't look too good. I guess I need the wall-mounted stuff. The idea is, once this gets fixed up, I should have a solid ground, right? Which should be a place for my downwards spiral. So the idea is this has remained the same. This is gonna probably get fixed up because this is honestly like a brush issue or something like that. It was time for some actual factory building, and now that I had the rough path laid out from my hub, I was almost ready. I was just missing a few things that I needed from the awesome shop. Foundations? Nope. Walls? Architecture? Yikes. 5 tickets. Ah. A little bit into the ground, but that's fine. I've learned to love it. So this sends us upstairs, which will kind of get us halfway to where we need to go. Here we go. I'm starting to get somewhere with my builds. It's all because of decorative items. So I already have stackable things for like these. So why not just already build up? There we go. So we have our setup kind of cleaned up a little bit. Now there's walk space to go under, over, and all that good stuff. Slightly offset, but so it meets at this end. And then everything goes according to plan. We build under, or keep the centerpiece clear, and go instead of these two, just do that and that. Also, here we go. That's our staircase right there. It's gonna be a bit of a hassle to walk up the stairs every time because we have to do this rotation, which is a bit more than just straight up going up here, but I wanted to keep the centerpiece clear for like the feeling of spaciousness, let's say. Because I like seeing like a lot of open space. So here we will have our center staircase that goes up to the factory from the coal power plant. So we were gonna have our first little factory up here, second little factory all the way out there, another right there that's probably gonna be dealing with, what's it called, steel. Time to cut to me finishing the foundation level of the factory because it was a lot of running up and down my very inconvenient set of stairs to pick up the little bit of concrete that was manufactured whilst I was building. It was a bit tedious, but I never manually crafted the thing, which is already an improvement in my book. Anyway, look at this monstrosity. I was struggling with fitting as many holes on a foundation and trying to make it work, and I realized that I played this game for 900 hours, but I still, to this day, learned something new for the very first time. Okay, this must be the most trickiest shit I have probably ever done in this game. Because goddamn, it is very finicky when I'm looking down onto a platform and trying to connect one of those elevator things. Because for some reason I could not snap anything into the middle portion unless I had these things removed and I could look at the ground over here. If I looked directly at the goddamn like elevators, nothing would happen. It would spaz out and not let me connect like this, like right now. But if I aim, at the ground, suddenly, oh yeah, we can do that. Yes, beautiful. Okay, snap in. God, this took me longer than I'm willing to admit, to realize. But I'm finally done. Okay, that's fixable. But is this fixable? Is this already... Yeah, this is aiming correctly. Okay, so the middle ones I didn't ruin, that's good. I swear though, the amount of times I keep fixing this thing, and I'm not even utilizing it. This one right here. And finally, we've got a giant prepared bus of resources that will come in soon enough. I already thought I planned this out pretty big, but turns out, no. It's not a big factory. Unless I probably go like a level above. Oh, well, that's not gonna be too much of a possibility. Kind of just leave it there. So this will be a walkway that goes through. So the next area of production begins here, which is going to be constructors, which I can't afford to make, of course, I forget. And the next level is probably going to be too much, right? Kind of. We'll build it here, and build from this side out. And over here, we'll have another constructor. Just off to the side kind of constructor for, like, let's say extra screws. Alright, just so it's visible, these two are our copper. Whoops. That's gonna be our copper. Next up is all the iron. Okay, that's kind of set up. That's our iron. Oh, wait. Why do I even bother figuring out screws? That can just be concrete right there. Easy peasy. There we go. And there we go, actually building a sort of genuine factory in a factory building game. The very first item is meant to replace my messy conveyor belts below were now laid out, and all that remained was to pull resources and connect power. Okay, is this big brain? Let's bring this up, let's bring this up. Let's keep bringing it up. How far can we go? We can go as far, okay, cool. Power up like that, and like that. Now, my wiring is hidden in the pillar, and it goes up to give electricity to my entire factory. It should be that if I were to, let's say, connect this, it would go green, right? Oh, or yellow, I guess. I guess I should start pulling in some actual resources then. Disconnect the rest of the grid. Or I mean, not grid, but the rest of the mess that I made there. I was waiting for this moment for so long. Saw this entire mess and just, everything has been cleaned up finally. And everything's moving upstairs. Of course, my factory's looking very bare bones right now, because I don't really have much material to be using to build that factory. So right now it's working as a skeleton. And I have one more free line for, let's say, coal, or just splitting the same resource twice, maybe. Because who knows, why not? So here's our big staircase where we hid our electricity down inside one of these pillars. Right there's our little coal factory. It's nice and clean, kind of bare bones, but that's because my factory's bare bones as well. Don't need to expand it. I'm also starting to lag a little bit because of all the stuff that I've built. Okay. And here's our factory. Currently not working at all, but slowly intended to begin operation. And get some walls, because right now this stuff is just hanging from the rock face, I guess. I think I'm gonna leave this off here, where we have initialized the first little bits of our main factory. Or I guess the first actual factory in this game. We are building some things, just some constructors working, not all of them. And also we have the main big guys still not working, but with the next episode, I'm hoping that everything here is going to be operational and useful, and also I'm going to start covering it up.